Hello, I'm Tim Wilde, and tonight I watched The Purge for the very first time, and I want to purge myself of my opinions and thoughts so I can not remember it ever again because I didn't like it. Here we go. My wild thoughts on The Purge. First of all, I was very intrigued with this movie the first time I saw a trailer. I think it was for the second one. I don't remember. I don't know anything about this franchise other than the concept of everything is legalized for 12 hours a day once a year. And that's supposed to you get everything out and you are a good person the rest of the year. This is a ridiculous premise. It's an interesting one, though, for psychology and for the stuff they say that it does for the economy and all that kind of stuff. It's fascinating that there's just this big, huge utopia they all live in all the rest of the year. Apparently all those things are hollow because the kids in this movie hate the parents in this movie, and all the other neighbors hate the family because they are rich and thriving off of this concept of how to protect the suburban families, against the lower class people and the homeless people. And that came out as part of the plot. That was a big move, or what's it called? One of those things. It's 2 and 3 in the morning. I don't even know. I can't think right now. It's those messages, I guess, that there's a statement this movie is trying to make about the politics and about equality and the class system and all that crap. It didn't go anywhere with it, though. That was the intriguing thing to me as this movie got started. I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And then, no, they didn't talk about it. They didn't go into it. They didn't go into the concepts of what The Purge was about, how it got started. And they don't need to go that far into it. But I thought that was the most intriguing part. Maybe in the prequel and the sequels, they go into a little bit more. But to me, it just felt like the Hunger Games for adults. That's what I was thinking the whole time. It's entertainment, but it's all for a good service. And you're supposed to feel like you're a good sacrifice for the heart of the thriving success of the country. And it was all patriotic and American to be murdered. I thought that was kind of dumb. It was interesting, but they didn't do anything with it, so that was disappointing. Then all you had was this little family sitting in this house that apparently is ginormous because you can't walk through this house with two people separated without running into each other 2 minutes later. They kept going through this house several times throughout this movie, and they kept going up and down the same hallways. You can tell the same hallways, but they never ran into each other or could see each other. And there's a point, I guess spoilers, later on where the house is infiltrated and the bad people from outside, they can find a little boy hiding in the basement tucked behind a furnace or something quicker than they find a tied up black man who's duct tape and tied to a chair up in a bed general room upstairs. They didn't find him, but they found the boy downstairs. It was so stupid. Everything that happened in this movie was predictable. As soon as they got to the setup, I was like, oh, there's going to be a little shootout, and there's going to be the thing. And then the guys show up at the front door, and it was kind of creepy. That was the only thing I'll give a credit, was that creepy part with the kid, or the preppy kid at the front door. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then it didn't get interesting because nothing happened. Nothing happened. Every time someone would get almost murdered, someone off camera would shoot the people that were trying to do the killing. Over and over and over. And then you got to the very end of the movie where the family was about to be murdered. And then someone off camera, conveniently, the guy that we haven't had in the plot for the last 30 minutes, he shows up and then shoots him. And then it's like, oh, look, you shouldn't be quick to judge because here's this guy that we thought was going to be some intruder and going to kill us. And now he saved us. Oh, happy day. So dumb. This movie's so dumb. Doesn't like it. Is there anything else I really hated out? Because now I'm out of time that I wanted to talk about. It was predictable. Dumb. And then in the middle of the movie, the dad becomes an action star just for 10 minutes. It was so predictable. Everything that happened, I knew it was going to happen. And that's all. I was so disappointed. I was excited by the concept, but this would have been a better thriller than a scary movie or horror movie, whatever it is, because jump scares and all that stuff, they were cheap in this movie, and the setups with the music and everything, it was obvious and monotonous and cliche. And this would have been an intriguing, a psychological thriller as opposed to a horror or scary movie with jump scares that they made it into. Sorry. That's my thoughts on The Purge. And I've purged myself of my opinion, and I'll never watch it again. But I'm glad I saw it. Thanks.